Good morning, my friends. Today is August 23rd, day number 27. 2 more days after this challenge is over, but we're still going to keep going. Chosen vessels, okay? The verse is found in Acts chapter 9, verses 13 and 15. It says, Ananias answered, Lord, I have heard from them about this man, how much harm he has done to your saints in Jerusalem. But the Lord said to him, Go, for he is a chosen vessel of mine. God's chosen vessels aren't always gleaming and golden. They may be tarnished or cracked, broken or even discarded. They may be Saul, driven by anger, motivated to hurt. Saul was eager to root out and persecute the early Christians, but God saw possibilities in Saul and sent out an Ananias to teach and minister to him. What will you do when God sends you to salvage one of his chosen vessels? What will you do when God shows you your Saul? The Saul that everyone else has written off. He's too far gone. He's too hard, too addicted, too old, too cold. No one gives your Saul a prayer. But you are beginning to realize that maybe God is at work behind the scenes. You begin to believe. You don't resist these thoughts. Of course, no one believed in people more than Jesus did. He saw something in Peter worth developing, an adulterous woman worth forgiving, and in John worth harnessing. Don't give up your Saul. When others write him off, give him another chance. Tell your Saul about Jesus and pray. And remember this, God never sends you where he hasn't already been. By the time you reach your Saul, who knows what else you'll find. I don't even know if I was pronouncing his name right. In Spanish is Saul. So that is the beauty about Jesus Christ. He sees the best out of us. And that's why we can't judge people. We can't judge them. We don't know what's going in their mind. We don't know what they're feeling. And for us, sometimes some people are way too lost in our minds. And our minds are like, oh, this person is never going to change. This person is going to be like this all their life. He's not worth it, and that's what the enemy wants us to think. He literally wants us to give up on everybody and start judging them. And I fall into that all the time. Um, but I pray every single time. I'm like, Jesus, forgive me for judging, my neighbor, for judging other people. And I ask Jesus for humbleness. And the great thing about it is that God sees what we don't see. He sees the potential. So even if you think you're not worth it, even if you think, whatever he's sending you over to is not worth it, it is worth it. God always knows. He knows the best. When he sent Jonah to Nineveh, I think that's the way you pronounce it. He didn't think he should be there. That's why he flee. That's why he fled, not flee. It's early in the morning, guys. That's why he fled and tried to run away from God. But God was like, you're going back there and you're gonna preach the word of God. Sometimes we don't understand God's plan, but God sees something in us. Just like Moses, he was like, how am I gonna go, against Pharaoh? How am I going to speak against Pharaoh? Moses had an issue with his speech, and there was a lot of things that fear. I mean, going against a pharaoh was just crazy. I can't imagine. That's like going against a president. Like that, I couldn't imagine what Moses went through. But today, remember that there's always hope for someone, no matter what condition they are. God has saved people from murderers to you name it. Um, so today, remember that there is hope of change, and we need to pray that God changes us first so that we can continue to spread the gospel. So, hope you guys have a good morning. Like I said, 2 days left, and this has been a tremendous help for me. Hopefully, it's been help for you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.